Hello, highly esteemed followers, and welcome back to English with Teacher Dixon. Today, I'd like us to consider the vowel number 8 and 9. That's the U and U sound. These vowel sounds are actually described as the short and long high back rounded vowels. Alright, so we are going to look into the graphemes. In other words, the letters of the alphabet that can represent these sounds in different words. So I'd like you to pay apt attention as we go through this. Alright, let's begin with the vowel U. The short U is a back vowel sound because the back of the tongue is raised during its articulation. For instance, when you say U, back of your tongue is raised towards the roof of the mouth. Then it is short in duration, and also the height I've mentioned already. The tongue is raised. Okay, so looking at the graphemes, that is the spellings, the common spellings of the sound. We have here letter U, we have letter OO, we have OUL, we have O, and unusual spellings of the sound. So look at the way this sound is articulated in all these words. Now we have letter U as in put, pull, pull, bush, push. So where we have letter U in all these words, we have the U sound. Also, we have in place of OO, another spelling for the U sound is OO as in book, put, good, wood, put. Another spelling is OUL as in this word, which are often mispronounced. Sometimes you hear people say could, should, would. That is incorrect. The correct pronunciation of these words are could, should, and would. That's because the letter L is silent and the OU spells the sound U. So OUL, in place of OUL in these words, we have the U sound. So this is could, should, would, and the short U, not could, not should or would. Could, should, would. Right. We also have letter O as a grapheme for the vowel number 8, which is U, as in wolf, woman, bosom. Some persons pronounce this as wolf. It is not wolf, but wolf, woman, and then bosom, bosom. It's not bosom, but bosom. Then we have the unusual spelling of the U sound, which appears in this particular word, Worcester. This word does not have 3 syllables, rather 2. We have Worcester and not Worcester. Worcester. So look at the unusual spelling of the U sound. All the letters ranging from ORCAES are just for the U and S sound. So we have Worcester and not Worcester. Alright, let's look at the long version of this sound. Note the difference between these two sounds is just the duration. One is long and one is short. The one we've done explaining is the short version of the sound. Then this is the long. That's why we have a colon immediately after the symbol, because we have a colon immediately after a long monophthong. So this is the U sound. Right. So for the U sound, we have OO as a spelling, as in two, moon, soon, pool, food, school. In place of OO in this group of words, we have the U sound. Also, in place of letter U, we can have the U sound as in rule, truth, root, flute, June. Then there's something I would like you to note in this particular group of words. Wherever you have the consonant letter, any consonant letter in between two vowel letters, and the vowel letters are letter U and E, likely to have the long U. Example, what you have in rule, the letter L moves to the end in terms of the sound. Then U and E join together to form the long U. So we have rule. The same thing in root and flute and June. So UE with a consonant letter in between is the grapheme of the U sound. Again, a very obvious spelling of the U sound we have here is EW. EW. For instance, in words like new, flew, screw, chew, and stew, note the pronunciation of each of these words. We have new, flew, screw, chew, and stew. In flew, many persons do articulate this as flew. It is wrong to say so. The past tense form of fly is flew, not flew. Then we have, this is not screw, but screw. This is not chew, but chew. Then we have stew and new. The one we have the U sound, we have the Y consonant sound. All right. Then another spelling for the vowel number 9, which is U, is UE, as in blue, not blue. As in blue, clue, true, glue, and argue. So in place of UE in these words, we have the U sound. Lastly, we have OU, as in group, U, soup, youth, and root. Take note of this last word, root, and not route. Many people pronounce this as route. R-O-U-T-E is root and not route. All right, that's because we have the U sound in between, not the ow sound. So it is root, not route. Let's look at a little contrast that will also help us to familiarize ourselves with the use of these two sounds. Right, so look at this group of words and what we have here. I'm listing this out because most times you see these in JAM questions, WAEC question, NECO question, external exams most times. So you have either this sound or this one written out, and you have to choose from the list of words. And you have full, F-U-L-L, you have F-O-O-L. So which one has the short sound and which one has the long one? This is an aspect that any smart students should find out, be aware of before going into exam hall. So where you have ULL, you're likely to have the short U, but in place of OOL, likely to have the long one. So here we have full, 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 full. Then another thing I would like you to note here is that here we have OOD, the same thing here, but the OOD we have here, in place of the OO we have the short O, but in this particular case we have the long one. So this is good, but this is food. So most of the words with OOD has the short O, as in the ones we listed out here. Place of OO, you have here good, wood, wood. But most of the words we have the long ones. We didn't have D apart from food. So take note of the word food because it stands out among others. Then also note very importantly that these two words are pronounced the same. EWE is pronounced U, just like YOU. So look at the transcription and don't mispronounce it. Remember, we had EW as one of the spellings of the U sound. So this is not strange. Correct pronunciation is U, just like YOU. So note the difference between the long, high back, rounded vowel sound and the short one. I want to believe you have one or two to draw from this lesson. Thank you very much for watching. I remain Teacher Dixon.